think that we are good to go. So first of all, let's check out the focus tree. Aha! They've definitely done some work with this. Like, one of the great things about Kaiserreich is certainly how much work they've done on the various focus trees. Let's turn the music off. Alright, so it looks like we can do reforms addressing the council, which gives us a bunch of political power. Is my goal to unite India? I don't know. Sadly, your game crashes a lot in Kaiserreich. Have you ever played as the Italian Socialist Republic? No, I haven't. The Italian Socialist Republic didn't have any focus trees. And my main one rule for playing as a nation is it has to have a unique focus tree. That's what makes it interesting. That's what brings in the flavour for the various countries. But with a focus tree. In fact, did they add a socialist focus tree? I think they might have. No. Still generic. That's unfortunate, because that's one of the main things stopping me play as the Italian Federation. Because as the Italians, your main enemies are the Austrians and the Socialists. And that seems to weaken, like, your main rival there. Anyway, we're India. So we can refuse the proposed reforms, which leads us down this side, which is more authoritarian. You can side with Russia or Germany. Oh, you can always just align with any of them. Is that always true? Yes, you can always do any of them. Or we can reform, we can do a new Council of Princes, we can go democratic or authoritarian democrat, and then start our own federation whereby we have our own strength. Decentralized rule with father of the confederation. I mean, I don't think I really want to do a new federation. Wait, no, new federation is... I was thinking federation in terms of alliance or faction, but no, that is actually just an update. Is my goal to unite India? I don't really have a goal yet. What would you like me to do? There you go, that's a question to do here. Bhutan is the best anyway. Do I mind breaking down the ideologies? They all look the same. I can try. So totalists are basically Stalinist, so it's Stalinist communism, whereby it's an autocratic communism, so everyone's equal except for the guy who's not, is basically totalism. They also believe in spreading communism to other states. They're quite aggressive. They want to, it's basically communist, Stalinist Russia. The syndicalists are based around trade unions, so the trade unions have all the power, and they are what organises the proletariat, the labour forces. Radical socialists, I assume, are much like the syndicalists, but not organised by the trade unions. It's just organised by the state. Social democrats would be... I'm not actually sure. Social democrats would be a left-leaning group. So I think the social democrats would basically be a left-leaning democratic group. So basically what you would have in Scandinavia would be social democrat, I would say. The social liberals would be liberal democrats. So they believe in more fiscal freedom, but they do have certain pillars of the state, so like healthcare, the military, police, that's still there, but it's mainly like healthcare, education, transport. Those are all operated by the state. Market liberals is market economics is the most important thing, so they will probably regulate industry to ensure a fair playing field, but otherwise have very little effect or a little impact. And also market liberals probably have very strong lobby groups. That's essentially what you have in the US right now. Social conservatives would be the government is responsible for ensuring social morality. So it's kind of the religious right in the US, I would say. Hey, Fenris. So, yeah, the social conservatives would be like anti-abortion. They'd be strong family values, limited state intervention in education and things like that. Then the authoritarian Democrats are a democracy with a very, very powerful, possibly hierarchical central figure. That's what the German Empire in this is. So, although nominally the Reichstag is elected, the Kaiser can still just go, nah, I don't like those results, and just completely change them. Paternal autocrats would be kind of Frederick the Great type nation. So it's an autocratic, it's very authoritative regime, but generally they do care about the people, or they say they do. So they would... It's basically your standard monarchy, but with the autocrat kind of looking after the realm rather than their own interests. And then the national populists are fascists. Can you? Nope, you don't. Over the symbol. Yeah, okay. Authoritarian democracy is an ideology that combines a strong executive power with representative parliament. That's basically what I was saying. Aim of these regimes is to maintain national stability and provide the people with a popular and responsible government. So the one I wasn't 100% sure about was social liberal. I don't know who's social liberal, though. You are not. You are not. You definitely are not. You are not. Ah, here we can see the syndicalists. Syndicalists, leading Marxist revolutionary ideology which promotes democratic federations of collectivized trade unions as the basic political and economic units of the socialist state. So yes, rule through trade unions. You are social conservatives. You believe in... centered on preserving traditional beliefs, attitudes and philosophy. Damn! I actually learnt something in university. Haha! Marvellous. So I was right with that. You're authoritarian democrat, which we've already seen. You are syndicalist. Are there any that are totalists? You are social conservatives. Seen that one. What are you? Market liberals. Here we go. Market liberals see themselves as the mainstream liberal ideology. The main tenets of market liberalism are an unregulated free market and a democratic plutocratic political system. So, okay, it's not government regulation. It's unregulated, just pure... It's pure liberalism. It is what that is, but with corporate interests having a strong say. I'll have a look at that in a moment. You are authoritarian democrat, social conservative, paternal autocrat. Here we go. Paternal autocrats. Always go with the wrong thing. Paternal autocracy is not a political ideology in the normal sense of the word, but rather a general term for the attitude of the governments held towards their citizens. The people are all subjects to the leader, either a king or a dictator, and it's the leader's job and duty to lead the state and society towards righteous and the best path, while uniting the people under his benevolent protection. Autocrats, democrats, populists. Encompassing a variety of ultra-nationalist and militaristic movements, national populism typically venerates devotion to the state, uniting the people under a strong leader and a corporate economy. So, it's nationalism. Social liberal. Here we go. Social liberalism is a variation on mainstream market liberalism, with the main difference being the inclusion of various civic freedoms, such as basic human rights, professing progressive social and economic policies. The social liberals aim to create a society where every individual is free to live his own life with full opportunities regardless of their status. So that is kind of centre-right politics, where the state is there to enhance the potential of all of the citizens through market liberalism. You're social conservative. You are social liberal. Social liberalism is a variation behind... That's the one we saw. What's the one that we haven't seen yet? I'm sure there's one. No, that one. Social Democrats is the one we haven't seen. I think we've had a representative of all the others except totalism, and totalism appears later. Oh, and the radical socialists we haven't seen either. No, it was social democrats we haven't seen. Where are the social democrats in this world? Social conservatives? Oh yeah, those guys. Okay, so apparently there are no social democrats. Hey, gaming at night. It's good, it's good. Social democrats. Haha! Social democrats. Social democracy is an ideology whose goal is to reform capitalism and humanize it by aligning it with the ethical ideals of social welfare while maintaining the capitalist mode of production. So it's Scandinavia, as I said. So, the only one we haven't seen is totalism, which will appear later. Usually in Britain. Very often in Britain. Okay. Actually, is Mexico totalist? No, they're syndicalist, aren't they? Yeah. Brazil sometimes goes totalist. It doesn't start as it, but it sometimes goes it. Okay, so you wanted to know what are the national spirits. We have got decentralized rule, which means political power cost is... Georgia is totalist. So it is. Totalism is both a specific ideology and a category sometimes given to the name of various radical left-wing ideologies. Similar characteristics as an ideology, totalism promotes a new direction for socialism in the world, emphasizing the role of the socialist state as the core ideal of the nation while devaluing and abandoning Marxist ideas of worker empowerment and classist utopia. Totalists look to centralize and expand the government's powers in socialist states, believing that the goal of the government is to build socialism in the state, often use nationalist and militarist rhetoric and policies. Due to their authoritarian nation, other authoritarian or totalitarian socialist ideologies have gained the name totalist. So it's a nationalist socialism rather than a class-based socialism. How's your day going? Good. Small talk over here. I suck at small talk. I really suck at small talk. This is like... If we ever do a fan meeting, and I do intend to do one of these in the future, you will probably be surprised by just how quiet I am. I'm perfectly content to just sit there listening to people talk. I don't do it much myself. I'm absolutely terrible at small talk. Okay, so, Princely Federation. And then my voice starts going. Perfect. National spirit. So we have decentralized rule, which means that political power is going to be a big issue for us, especially if we start getting a focus. As soon as we get a focus, we're actually losing political power. Fantastic. However, our divisions recover a bit better. To lose that, we have to get to this tier, so I think we're going to be doing the reforms as soon as we can. That won't appear until, I guess it's an event that will fire. So we can go declare the Kaiserreich, which is a more pro-Germany type system, I guess. Father of the Federation. Father of Confederation, you get national unity, political power gain, recruitable population factor, daily political power cost, division recovery rate reduction, change in popularity of paternal autocrats. For this one, we just lose the decentralized state. There's no other benefit. And here we also just lose decentralized state. So from this, it kind of looks like the Kaiserreich sounds like the best option. I forgot radical socialists, that's true. Are there any radical socialists? Oh, Union of Britain. No, Union of Britain, syndicalist. Yeah, they are syndicalist. I think the goal for this series is to restore the British Empire. No, I think that the... Get a haircut. Talk for yourself. Did you ever get a haircut, Aldra Hill? I think the... Actually, no, the goal for this is to reunite India, clearly, because we are the Princely Federation. We want to return power to the princes. So, of the princes, which is the most? I think the new Council of Princes is going to be the most princely system. We will unite the princes rather than holding free elections. We don't want democracy. Are you crazy? That's authoritarian democrat. See, I would have thought... Actually, authoritarian democrat would be the most likely with this. Paternal autocrat usually means one person. It's really short and your beard is trimmed down. Good, well done. But I should get a haircut as well. Right. So I think we are going to do the reforms. We're not dissolving the council because we want to maintain the princes. Age of Reason, I assume, is technology. It is indeed. It's a pretty quick one. Oh, and here we get rid of the backwards economy. The downside to the backwards economy is a massive increase in the consumer goods factories and factory output. So basically we are going to be rubbish in terms of industry until we've done that. And then new construction methods means construction bonus, free infrastructure. So this is about revitalizing all of that, and then these are the military ones. Initiate military reforms, army of the princely states, more national unity, daily political power, planning speed, organization. Ooh, that was quite nice. Centralize the army's command. Okay. Traitors of the North. Reunion fever. Oh yeah, that sounds like what we're trying to do. Incite Kashmir to rebellion or invade the Dominion. We'll probably invade them. So that will put us at war with the Entente. And here we go. One of the actual goals is India united. So that is indeed our goal, is to unite India. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure. We'll probably just expand the glories of Indian stuff to the rest of the world. Yeah, I will take back Nepal, Bhutan, Burma. Definitely. What time do I sleep? 11:30 is super late for a streamer in the UK. I'm basically on US time because unfortunately most of the stream or Twitch activity seems to be US based. So that's one of the benefits of YouTube, is you can basically record the stuff and post it whenever. With Twitch, you have to be awake and active when your audience is. Anyway, I need to actually start playing the game because we have been going for almost 20 minutes. I haven't even clicked a single button yet. So we're going to wait on the Osman addresses the council. You're just going to be soaking up political PowerPoint, so I think I'm going to wait on those. We're going to use the free civilian factories. Now, at the start, when you have a civilian economy, the only things that you should really be building are infrastructure or dockyards, because there's no penalty to their construction time. So let's start on the infrastructure. And everywhere where we have at least 4, I'm going to add 1 more. Something like that. And then this is where we're going to start industrializing. We have got 6 military factories. Virtually all of them will be working on... In fact, all of them will be working on this in that kind of ratio. We are very short on steel. Do we want to be buying in steel? No, because we want our civilian factories actually building the infrastructure. How many civilian factories do we have? 14. Oh, Madras is a puppet. So we don't want to be doing it in Madras. So is Madras the only puppet? Madras is the only puppet that we have, and they are a full puppet. So we could be using some Madras manpower here. Though I'll probably be trying to annex them. Is that a possibility? I would assume it's over here. I'm not seeing it. No, I'm not seeing anything to get a free annex against them. So what we'll probably eventually have to start doing is boosting or reducing their autonomy and then just eat them up. And we can either align with Germany, Russia, Japan, or splendid isolation. Be kind of interested these two go to war, because when Russia and Japan unite, it's scary. It's really scary. I don't like it. It scares me. Alright, let's start work. See, usually I would start on construction, but there is a national focus, which means that construction is researched faster. It's only 1, so we can use that for construction 2. I think that'll be fine. Construction, basic machines, and then research. Oh, it's events-based when it comes to Madras. Okay, interesting. Be right back in 40 minutes. Don't start till I get back. No. I will be starting. In fact, I will be starting right now. Kaiserreich Alpha 4 Pax Americana. Kaiserreich team very proudly presents. Fast off. New mechanics, we already know. Political power, stability. Yeah, okay, we already know all of this. Thank you, Kaiserreich team. Great job to all the people. I want to know everything. So there will be a lot of events and things occurring here, and I will be just flicking through those because I've read them out a billion times. Unless it's specifically to do with the Princely Federation, like this one, in which case I will go through it like a fine-tooth comb. India finally achieved its de facto independence in the aftermath of the British Revolution in 1925. The Raj finally collapsed in on itself. Rising to the mantle of governance was the Rajput Maharaja of Bikaner, Ganga Singh, whose authoritarian style of governing the newly freed Indian Dominion soon put him at odds with the leftist civilian opposition centred around Indian National Congress and its militant underground supporters. Within months of the INC's denouncement of Singh's negotiated Anglo-Indian treaty brought the subcontinent into civil war. It was this chaotic time that the southern princely states, citing Anglo-Indian treaty and numerous legal transgressions of the Ganga Singh as motivation, united behind Osman Ali Khan, the Nizam of Hyderabad, and declared him the true viceroy of the Indian Dominion. As the civil war escalated into the confusion quagmire of violence, Ali Khan failed to invade Singh's northern power base, but succeeded in rooting out socialist enclaves in Bombay, and also prevented both Delhi and the Calcutta government from invading the Deccan Plateau. When peace finally came, the Princely Federation soon went about organising a true nationalist successor government for the Raj, with Osman Ali Khan serving as Nizam al-Mulk, administrator of the realm, with his fellow princes serving in an advisory as well as legislatively role in the so-called Council of Princes. By 1936, the Princely Federation is a brittle state, but nevertheless the closest India has to a conservative native government. So yes, we're definitely going for keep India for the Indians here. Get rid of the empire and all that stuff. They abandoned us in our time of need. And communists. Does anyone know 1.6 for Adams is already out? Yes, it is already out. Once upon a time, there was a Viking named Mordred. He then raided the coast, and all the people died. The end. In fact, the Princely Federation right here is Mordred. This is basically Mordred at the start of the EU4 March of the Vikings series. I'm in favour of starting the government reform now to get it over with. Yeah, except I can't until we've actually got an event which allows us to do that. Otherwise I would. Do you know when 1.6 comes out in Stellaris? It's already out, as was said above. Pretty sure. Right, onwards. We are very slowly limping forwards in terms of political power. All of our government is currently authoritarian Democrat. We'll probably retain that. We have all authoritarian Democratic ministers, which means we can increase the grip on power. They're at 41%, so it's a little bit fragile. Assassination of President Kerensky. Okay, this is when things start going really bad for Russia. Wow, we have 1 million manpower from just this bit of India. Oh, there's no famine or anything like that. Excellent. Okay, so I think we will be going for mass manpower here. Edward VIII, crowned king of the false empire. George V, the last king of Great Britain and Ireland, who ruled in the home isles themselves, has passed while in exile in Canada. Yeah, at the start of that series, I mean, we wouldn't have got this bit of the country yet. But actually, if you count Nummerland there and Ulstervik, then this basically is the Norse part of India from that series. We got, are they actually called Bharat? They are actually called Bharat, aren't they? This is, in fact, Bharat from March of the Vikings. Then the Dominion of India are the various, I think there were Islamic states that were up here. There's like Kosala and people like that. Black Monday, the 3rd of February, 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking. It plunged. And this is when Germany starts to suck. So thankfully we're not Germany. Emirate of Afghanistan has declared war on the Dominion of India. Now is this our chance to go to war and retake what is rightfully ours? In fact, speaking of which, we should probably be having a look at our militaries and start them training up. Because right now they are complete newbies. Let's do that. Is that all of them? That is indeed all of them. Marvellous. Navy. We have no Navy. Air Force. We have no Air Force. Okay. Yeah, this really is Mordred. So maybe we should be playing as a, what's the word? Successor Viking state here. After the Weltkrieg, the British Raj collapsed into turmoil and warfare. The neighbouring kingdom of Afghanistan took advantage of this as an opportunity to seize Peshawar and Quetta, both border regions of the Dominion. Poland declares the Republic. Poland is another nation that got a big overhaul, as did Lithuania, I think. But Poland is another neutral state that could go in any direction, much like Russia or Japan can. After several high-profile terror attacks in Poland, the near-total collapse of their economy, a large group of high-ranking Polish officials have released a statement declaring the creation of a new Polish Republic. The declaration was met with immediate declarations of support from many government branches, and it appears the Republic has taken control of most of the country with almost no bloodshed. The Regency Council, the former ruling authority of Poland, has been dissolved, and the question of the next Polish king left forever unanswered. The people have rallied around the new Republic, and the country's new future appears bright.